Diablo 4 has been getting a lot of drama lately, and I wanted to discuss why that is. And I kind of feel like one of the big reasons is the fact that Diablo 3 has been out for over a decade. Diablo 4 has been in development for allegedly over, I don't know, 6 years maybe. I want to understand why the hell Blizzard didn't take Diablo 3's baseline game and improve upon it in Diablo 4. A lot of the features that are in Diablo 3 should be in Diablo 4 and they're not. For example, the fact that if you go to the stash tab, you actually have a search bar. Why the hell in Diablo 4 you don't have a search bar for your stash tab? When you're looking for any item on here, just type in what Tal or Ash is. It will literally highlight all of the pieces you have in your stash that has the word Tal in it. Sometimes it's not perfect. It's going to pull up like talons for the firebirds, whatever. I didn't specifically say the Tal or Ash set. This feature right here in Diablo 4 would be very useful when you have a full stash of aspects in your inventory. This should already be in the baseline game, and I think a lot of people are pissed off that all of the patches that they keep pushing out into the game are, I would say, like stupid balance changes that make me feel like they're balancing the game like League of Legends. Every single patch that has came out has not been significant enough that every single person that has complained about the game with all the features that should be in the game that aren't. And every single patch that keeps getting pushed out is just stupid balance changes, and nobody's asking for that. The game, to me, in my personal opinion, is semi-balanced. It obviously is lacking in variety of builds, but instead of nerfing builds that can barely do the content, make the other builds more fun and just better. Alright, next I want to talk about the Armory system in Diablo 3 and why the hell it's not in Diablo 4. It makes no sense. Everybody wants it. Everybody likes loadouts. There's no reason to not have it. D3 has it. It's a decade-year-old game, and it's actually pretty fucking cool. It's over here. If you click on the Armory, it actually has an animation for when it opens up. We have a wardrobe in Diablo 4, but when you click on it, there's no animation. It pulls up this very bland screen for all your transmogs. That's cool, whatever. Don't give a fuck. The fact that this game has a cooler animated Armory and D4 doesn't, and it's a decade-year-old game, that's just pathetic. If you come over here and you look at the details, you can click on that. You can take all the gear that you find. You can make your own builds. You can put your aspects in here. Yada yada. You get it. It's loadouts. Everyone wants it. I don't understand why you have already developed this, and the fact that you can't put this in D4 in a reasonable time when it should already be in the baseline game, and we have to wait for patches for something like this to come. Stop wasting your development time on all these balance changes. We don't fucking care about that. We want the baseline game to be better. Stop making the baseline game shit. Enough said. I mean, come on. Look how many loadouts you can have. This is for one character, by the way. I mean, come on. So another feature I want to see in Diablo 4 is the fact that our crafting materials page is actually much nicer and cleaner than Diablo 4's. D4 does have a materials page. It's a little annoying to get to. D3's is fairly easy to get to. D3's materials page looks nicer. It's cleaner. D4's is pretty ugly and bland and boring. But what I do really like about D3's is the fact that almost every single thing that you would like to see go in here does go in here, minus the gem tabs. Like, there isn't gems going into this bag per se. What is really nice though is the fact that your maps that like your nightmare sigils for D4 would go inside here. That would be great because in D3 Greater Rift keystones go in here. So you've already done this in D3. So why did you not do that in D4? That would be pretty simple to do. Why are we taking so long for this feature to happen? I would also love to see all the seasonal bullcrap like Malignant Hearts go into their own separate tab, whether it be in the materials page or in another inventory. But God forbid, can you not have it just fill up my fucking inventory to make it where I have to go back to town every 3 minutes because I want to pick up and salvage all your stupid seasonal content. So another quality of life feature that Diablo 3 has that D4 doesn't is the fact that when you're in a party with somebody, you can go over to their icon, right click it, teleport straight to them. I don't get why they want you to freaking open up a town portal, go to a main city, go into their portal that way, going through all these loading screens for what? Why? Change this. You have it in D3. You clearly have the tech to be able to do it. Or clearly you fired the wrong people. Now, another issue with the party system is the fact that the loot. In D3, when we find uniques or any item in the game when you're partied with someone, you have a few hour window to be able to trade that gear to your friends. Why is this not in D4? Honestly, I could go an hour-long video of why the hell no trading in D4 is just fucking a terrible design to begin with when you have seasons, but that's for a different video. Now, probably the best quality of life feature that Diablo 3 has now that came in Season 28, and I thought we were supposed to be getting a lot of stuff like this in Diablo 4 because the fact that the altar came to Diablo 3 and people assumed that it was kind of like showcasing features that we would have in D4. That was a fucking lie. Now, the feature I'm talking about is the fact that in the altar, you are able to get these nodes that will make your pets actually usable. We don't even have pets, I don't think, in D4. I don't have any. But in D3, our pets, I mean, look how cool this motherfucker is. Yeah, he's fucking badass. Yeah, you know what's even more badass? The fact that he actually goes and picks up my shit that I don't want. And he actually salvages it for me. What, like, okay, so why would you give this feature to D3 in its latest season before D4 comes out, and then you not have this feature in Diablo 4? It's pretty freaking annoying to run around picking up crazy amount of bullshit loot that we have to then sort in our inventory, figure out what we want to get rid of, when if you added a loot filter to the game, which D3 doesn't have, but if you were to add a loot filter and code it in a way to make us have little pets go and pick up all of the junk that we want thrown away and salvaged or sold, that would be great. You gave it to us in D3. It's phenomenal. I would also love the fact that there's another node in the altar for the pets, is it will pick up the Greater Rift orbs. That node right there made D3 extremely fun. And if we had pets going around and picking up the PvP seeds, the shards for the Hell Tides, that would be fantastic. It's something that everybody would love. It's a feature that I feel like every action RPG should have. It's a feature that you decided to put in D3, but did not decide to put into the game that you believe is going to be the future of action RPGs. Heh, no. So I made this video to showcase a lot of quality of life features that Blizzard already made in a decade-year-old game in D3. I just wanted to show everybody that they do have the will to be able to make Diablo 4 better. They're just choosing not to, and I don't really understand why. All these patches that they keep putting out into the game, they need to stop focusing their time on balance changes and start focusing on what the players want. And what the players want is actually making the game more fun. Just make the game fun, Blizzard.